guys, Jack here from Nothing But Tech, and I just got in the Technica ATH-M70x's, which are a great pair of headphones, and they're actually the successor to the Technica ATH-M50x's, which are said to be some of the best headphones on the market, and they're highly recommended by almost every single tech YouTuber, and I've actually used them for about a year or so now. If you were actually following my channel a year ago, I did an unboxing of the M50x's, but here we go guys. In this video, we're going to be checking out the Technica ATH-M70x's. I'll show you guys what you get in the box, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. I'm expecting to be really impressed as I've heard really great things about them. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a quick look at the box and then look at what's inside of it. Let's get right into it. Okay, so this box actually looks very similar to the M50x's box in terms of what it is. So it's very simple, but it has the profile of the M70x's over here. The M70x's look very similar to the M50x's, which I'll show you guys as I have the M50x's in the studio. But they do have a few refinements to them, and I definitely dig the design more on these than on the M50x's. Alright, anyways, on the back of the box, we just have some specifications about what comes in the box. So it shows the different cables and then just some specifications about the actual product. But anyways, I'll be showing all of that to you guys, so let's just open up the box. I think that the headphones aren't here, so let's just put this aside for a second and take a look at everything else in the box. And so in terms of what else we just have some warranty information and some paperwork, and then I think everything else that we're going to need is actually going to be inside the carrying case. So let's put the box aside and take a quick look at the carrying case. Okay, in terms of how the carrying case looks and feels, it looks really nice and it also feels really nice. So the Technica M50x's did not come with a hard shell carrying case, and they also came with a smaller pouch to hold them in because they were able to have a smaller form factor. The M70x's still have a relatively small form factor, but it's not as small as the M50x's, so they included a bigger hard shell carrying case, which I actually prefer. Okay, so let's unzipper this and take a closer look at it. Okay, there are the headphones. These look great. I really want to look at them, but we're going to take a closer look at the accessories first. So let's just put these aside, move this over here. So opening up this pouch. Okay, so in the pouch, it has a pamphlet about the locking cable. So this has a special locking mechanism in order to ensure that the cable stays in. So you won't be able to use third-party cables if you wanted to buy one cheap online, as it does have a certain locking mechanism. Okay, so over here, we have our 1.2 meter to 3 meter coil cable with a 1/4 inch adapter. And then we have two straight cables varying in length. So I will be using the coiled cable when I'm at my desk, and then I'll be using the straight cable when I'm using it with my phone or something. So it's very nice. You get 3 different cables, and I know a lot of headphones that come with a built-in cable and you can't remove it, and I found that that's really annoying on a bunch of headphones. So it's nice that you get not only a removable cable, but 3 different options in length and in style. All right, I'm going to put these cables away back into their carrying pouch, and then we're going to take a closer look at the M70x's. Okay, picking these up for the first time, wow. They feel a lot more premium than their predecessors did. This is actually metal now. The M50x's were made mostly out of plastic, if not all plastic. So these do combine plastic and metal, and they just feel really nice in the hands now, and they look a lot better also. Let me go get my M50x's to compare them with, and we'll put the very nice carrying case aside. Okay, so on the right side, we have the M50x's, and on the left side, we have the newer M70x's. And on the right, I do want to make one quick note here. These have D-brand skins on it, so it does look a little bit different. It actually does have a reflective silver accent on the M50x's as well. But I just prefer the stealth out D-brand look. But yeah, they do look a little bit more similar without the D-brand skins on, but there are definitely still a few differences. In terms of the build materials, as I was saying before, this is a little bit more premium versus an all plastic construction. But I also do want to show you that these do pack a smaller form factor, as you can just put them like this and then put them in a carrying pouch, whereas these do not do that. They only swivel 90 degrees. That's not terrible, and it's definitely nice. You can lay them flat on a table, but I did like having the smaller form factor of the M50x's. In terms of the headband, on the M50x's, it went all the way across, but on the newer M70x's, it only covers the top portion. I'm not sure how that's going to affect comfort, but it does feel pretty comfortable just putting my hand on it, but we'll definitely have to check that out. Speaking of comfort, let's actually just throw these on my head and see how comfortable they are. Okay, I can't really hear myself that well as they have really nice noise isolation, but they are extremely comfortable. Taking them off now so I can hear again. These are a lot more comfortable than the M50x's. Obviously, I was only wearing them for a few seconds, But with the M50Xs, I would wear them for a few hours and I would get slight discomfort in the ear and the top of my head. I'll definitely have to see with the M70Xs, but just putting these on, they just feel a lot more comfortable than the M50Xs on initial impressions. And I just like the toned down look of everything on them. It also rocks a smaller headband, which should also be more comfortable on the head. And overall, it's just like a nice refinement to the design while still keeping it pretty familiar. So yeah, in terms of looks, they look great. In terms of feeling, they feel great. And in terms of accessories, they come with a bunch of them. But now let's check out sound, as that's really important. And I also do want to make a note here that the M70Xs are reference headphones, so they're going to be pretty equal and flat. They're not going to have too much bass or too much treble. They're going to be very flat, so you can accurately edit your audio. The M50Xs were a little bit more full than the M70Xs in terms of the sound signature, so I'm expecting a really flat sound. I wouldn't necessarily recommend these to listen to music if you really like bass, but for editing audio, in terms of their sound signature, they're pretty good for that. So let's listen to some tracks and see how they sound. Okay, so on initial first impressions, I just listened to about 12 seconds of a song. They sound really good. Even though they're reference headphones, they do have a really nice amount of bass without it being overpowering, and the noise isolation and the seal is phenomenal on these. It doesn't feel like too much pressure on your ears, but I can't really hear the outside environment except for what I'm listening to, as they are closed back headphones. Let's listen to a little bit more and then I'll give you guys my conclusion on the sound. Okay, so in terms of how the Audio Technica ATH-M70x's sound, they offer a really balanced amount of bass, mids, and highs, and they definitely sound significantly flatter than the Audio Technica M50Xs. So although some people might prefer the M50Xs for listening to music, these are perfect for their intended purpose of monitoring audio, and they also sound pretty good to my ears, at least for music. And if you're looking for a great pair of close-back reference monitors, I would highly recommend these. And these have definitely become my new travel headphones for when I'm going to events and stuff like that. And they will also become one of my main pairs of headphones for monitoring audio in the studio, alongside my other Audio Technica open-back headphones. But if you want to pick up the M70Xs or check the prices, as they do fluctuate a little bit, I'll drop a link down below so you guys can do so. Thank you guys all for watching. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys all for watching. Bye.